Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on my latest Facebook Marketplace find, a new compressor for the shop. I'm Jeff. Welcome to Cart Crazy. Alright everyone, there it is, my latest Facebook Marketplace find, a nice snap-on 220 volt 60-gallon compressor. Check out the specs on the side here. 13.5 CFM, which is amazing. If we ever start doing anything with a DA or spray paint, paint gun, anything like that, this thing is going to perform amazing. Very, very low hours on this. If you can see inside the motor, not even dusty in there. So spotted it on Marketplace. It was about an hour or so away. Young guy had it. He said delivery was available. I says, well, bring her down. And he did. He put it in the back of his truck, laid it down, which was fine. He had it on a nice mat, but we lost some of the oil out, so we're going to have to get the oil filled up in it, obviously. He had it wired directly into his, control panel, fuse panel in his garage. I was down at the Walmart the other day and grabbed this guy, which is basically a cord for a dryer. And if you're following this video to learn how to hook up a compressor, please don't, because I basically have no idea what I'm doing, and we're going to kind of wing this as we go, and hopefully, don't burn the house down in the process. But we'll pull this apart. I think it's pretty straightforward, and get it plugged in. Got to add some oil to it and see if it's going to work. Here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull this cover off so we can get at the wires. Should be pretty straightforward, I would think. Looks like we got a ground wire and a couple of hots. That's pretty self-explanatory. Probably going to have to change my ends out. This one was designed a little differently, which is no big deal. That should slip on there. Ground wire I think will be okay with our regular one. These, I don't think those are going to fit in there unless we trim them down. We'll play around with that for a second. Gave these a little snip. Wasn't paying attention and I actually trimmed my ground wire, which I didn't need to, but these are trimmed enough and they're open on the end, so they'll slide inside the screw in here now. Now, where did that screwdriver go? Oh yeah. 6 of you are yelling at the TV right now because you realized I forgot to put it through the cover first. There we go. So we can get that cover back on. There's a pressure switch in here, so we got to make sure that the cover's on good. Here's as if everything's good there. The only thing I probably will do is get a new gauge. I see that's a little rusty, probably from moisture, and I think he had it in a dirt floor garage. Pick up a new gauge for probably $5 on Amazon. Now this oil level we want between 1/2 and 3/4. So here's some lousy advice for you. Spend a bunch of money on a nice compressor, and then go down to Walmart and get the Super Tech. Cheapest oil you can find to put in it. That's real smart. But in all reality, I'll probably make sure this functions and operates like it's supposed to, and then I'll drain the oil out and put some good stuff in. There, I think it's coming up now. Yeah, definitely. So we'll bring it up just above that red dot. That'll be about 3/4. Alright, so we got it topped off with oil. Got our cord ran. I'm going to plug this in. This is run inside the house to the dryer, which you're probably thinking, Jeff, why are you doing all that? Well, the new shop is going to be completely wired for my welder, my plasma cutter, and air compressor, so I won't have to do this, but I've got the breaker turned off. Well, something wrong here, boys and girls. That's not going to work. Completely the wrong plug-in. So yeah, I guess that's going to stop us dead in our tracks here. So we're back on this. Had the wrong plug, obviously. So ran down to the Hardmore store and got this bad boy, which is probably what I should have done right from the get-go. So I'm back to my original cord that was on it. I'm going to redo the ends. This is kind of taped up and not real great looking. I'm going to redo the ends with some heat shrink connectors, and then on the other end I'll cut these a little bit shorter, obviously, and get that wired into this plug, and we should be rocking and rolling in no time, or have a small electrical fire, one of the two. I am so thankful for the wonders of editing, because those of you who do this for a living would be yelling at your TV screen or computer screen about now, because that took me way too long. But it's together, and I got that clamp on there so it's not pulling on anything. I'm going to switch the camera around. We're going to put it on the compressor with our ends that we made. We should be rocking and rolling just a couple minutes. Alright, so here's another thing you can laugh at me for. I ran this cord through this handle to keep it from falling off the bench while I was working on it, but yeah, guess what? Forgot to take it out before I put it on the compressor, so we're going to do this again. Alright, I think we're in business. Finally got that cord ran. Don't have it plugged in yet. Got that cord ran into the dryer outlet in the house. I've got my breaker shut off just in case we had to put oil in it, just like every Ford I've ever owned. And I think we've got all our safety measures in place, so I'm going to go ahead and plug this in, and then I'm going to walk over to the breaker and flip the breaker. Alright, breaker's on. See what we got. I'll probably have to tighten something up there. Shut it off for a second. That rattle is really annoying. I don't like rattles. Maybe goodness gracious. Well, we'll deal with it for a minute here. Well, I didn't time it, but it was probably 4 or 5 minutes here from completely zero to just about 150 in the tank. A regulator, of course, coming on our output. If you didn't need all that, you can regulate that up and down. But other than that terrible rattle, because of this cage design on here, which I'm going to have to do something with because that would drive me bonkers. It's quiet-ish for a big compressor. Some of these can be really loud. This one's, I mean, you can still have a conversation when it's running. But anyway, as far as the world's cheapest snap-on compressor off a marketplace, you're probably looking at it. So I looked it up on the website, and they're $2,680 is the retail price on these, and of course I didn't pay anywhere near that on Marketplace. But thanks for coming along on this episode. I think that's going to wrap it up. We're going to button this thing back up in the corner a little bit, and it'll be ready to go when I need it. See you next time.